Okay, so this is my virtual machine. Actually, everything has been set up, but I'm going to be drawing you through the various processes and steps that I took to arrive at this entire server. So, as we can see here, this Windows server has been promoted as a domain controller with the instruction Ensign success.com. This is Microsoft Windows Server 2025 Data Center. So this is it. So we can see here on our dashboard, we have our Active Directory domain services. It has been installed as a role and feature base. Now, what we did next after installing Active Directory domain services and promoting our server to a domain controller, we went ahead and created OUs. So to do that, we went to Tools and we selected Active Directory Users and Computers. So here we created our two OUs. One is Manager for managers, the next is for student advisor. Now, how do we create OUs? So we want to come to our domain name here. We want to right click, select new, and pick organization unit. So by doing this, in here you can name your OU whatever you want. When you're done, it's always best practice to keep this place highlighted because this will prevent your OUs from being accidentally deleted. So once you're done, you can just click OK and your OU will be created. But we're going to cancel because we already done that. So that is how you create organization unit. And then the next one we did was to create our users. So as you can see in here, we have Isaac Colley as our manager, and then student advisor. You can see we have all of our users in here. So how do we create users? So for example, we want to create student advisor. We could right click on our domain name to the scene, select users, and then fill in the necessary information. And then next, another way is since we want to create student advisor, we just right click on the OU for student advisor. We look for new, we look for user, and then here we want to pull, say for example, John Brown, and then we want to give John Brown a username to log on to the server. We will want to say J Brown. So it's jbrown at ensignsuccess.com. We say next, and then here we want to say for security reason we want to say okay, user cannot change password. We could also say user can change the password at the very first time they log in. Whatever way that best work for you, you can select it. And then we want to do the password. We want to do the password. We will cancel them, and then you go next. So once you know that everything here is okay, you hit finish. But we've already created our 5 users. So this is just for demonstration purposes. Cancel. The next thing is we want to create or additional domain administrator. So the same way we created users, we can do that. We could click here, say new, say user, we create a user, or we could say we want to place it here or whatever. So we want to say we want to put in user. We've already created one here. We've already created a user here. Here. So we've created this user. So once you create a user, like come here, right click, you choose user, you fill in the necessary information, and you finish. You'll see it here. Now once it appears here, you want to double click on this, and then you want to make this user as an administrator. So you come here, memo off. You can see here we've already given this user an administrative role. So how do we do that? We want to come here to add. We are assuming that this user never had this role, so we say add, and then we can say add administrator. You can check the name. So here all we need to do is to just OK, and then this user will be an administrator of this domain. We've already done that, so we want to cancel. So basically that is how we create all users and an additional administrator in our domain. The next thing is we want to create some folders. So we'll come here to File Explorer. Want to come to this PC. So we've already created our 2 folders. This is admin report folder. This is advising documents. So we have a text file in each of them. Now, how do we add permission? Now, all we need to do is, for example, this admin report, we want only our manager to have access to this folder. So right click, say properties, sharing, and then we come here to share. Now here you can see we've added everyone here. So if for example we want to add a user, you just come here, type a person name, Bill. Alright, when done, you hit add. Once you add the person, they will be here, and then you can change the permission. You can say read only or read and write, which we want this person to have. But now this folder, we want only our manager to have access to it. Our manager who is actually calling. So we're going to remove every other user. We're going to remove this user. We want to stick with this user because they are an administrator. We're going to remove this user, remove this user. We'll stick with this user. They are our manager. We'll remove this user, remove this user. So here, these two This is an administrator. So we want to stick with this since this is our manager. And then share. Done. So we'll come here. This is it. So that's how we assign permission to folder. We did the same with this properties, sharing, share. So for this, everyone should have access. So Isaac is here. So we want to add one user is in here. We want to add him, who is an administrator. Don't the name we say add. So here is it. We want to give this user a read and write permission as an administrator. We share with them. So this is how we create share folders and grant permission to individual users. Another thing we did was to create a group policy by assigning a default wallpaper which displays the Ensign college logo. So we're going to be showing the steps which we follow to do that. So now, firstly, we got the oh God, we got the image that we want to use. This is it. So this is the logo. So we're going to be showing the steps taken for applying the group policy. So we copy this image to the system log folder, because this system log folder is accessed by every user and computer. This is it. So here we created this folder wallpaper. This was where we paste the image. When we did that, we copied this the file path, and then we close it and then navigate to on a tool, we navigate to group policy management. So in group policy management, we expand our domain. So what we did, this is the group policy we created. This is the group policy object we created. We did this by right clicking on our domain name, and then we create new group policy. We name it this name, computer desktop background, and then we OK. So after we're done, we right click on it and then we choose edit. Now here we came to user configuration, select the policy administrative templates, and then we navigated to desktop and desktop. So you can see here we apply our wallpaper. Is already enabled, so we just double click on it. Now this is the file path. You can see here we have the Ensign logo. It's a PNG file. So we set the orientation to fail. You could choose other options. You have center, fake, span, scratch, and tail. We took fail, and then we enable it. After that, we apply and then OK. Something else we did. Something else we did. We came to honor the senior administrative template. We chose control panel and then personalization. So on personalization, we prevented the user from changing the desktop background. All we needed to do here was to just double click and then enable, apply, OK. So this will make sure that users won't be able to change the wallpaper. So this is how we create, implement, and assign group policy. You can close when you're done. So what we did after doing this, you need to do a force. You want to open terminal, and then in terminal you want to issue this command gp update /force. Now this will provide the space for effecting the policy. You can do this on only your domain controller and it will take effect on all other users and computers. Or you can just wait for the next background refresh and it will take effect. If you do this and you're not still it's not still taking effect, all you need to do is to just restart your machine. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to sign out of this administrative account into another account and then see if our group policy took effect. So we want to say log. We want to switch user. We switch user. Other user. We want to use this. So you can see here this group policy took effect. So here is the Ensign logo. It has taken effect. So our group policy is working. So we're going to log back to our administrative account. I'm going to sign out. So this is it for this video. We display all of the steps taken, how to create OUs, users, how to implement group policies, file sharing access. And okay, for role and feature based, let me just show this. So this is how, if you want to add any role or feature, want to click on this and just follow the wizard. Next, role base. Next, stick with the server. Next, and then from here, you can select any role you want to add to your server here. When you're done, you hit next. Just follow the wizard. When you're done, you will come to a confirmation page and then you can finally install. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching.